We'll just start right away with the statement from President Trump responding to the operation, saying that he hopes it ends very quickly. He says, they've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries. Actually, if you really think about it, I just hope it ends very quickly. We have a ton of crazy images and videos coming out. Several dead, including children, as India launches airstrikes on terrorist camps inside Pakistan. Islamabad says at least 2 warplanes were shot down. Latest update, if I can, we've got a live tracker right here. And I believe I may have to search for it because so much is, look at this. Pakistan's defense minister, Asif, said on Bloomberg TV that Pakistan shot down 5 Indian planes and has taken some Indian soldiers prisoner. There was no immediate response from the Indian government outside of business hours. So this is happening in real time. Of course, both of these nations have nuclear weapons, so everybody's freaking out. This may escalate. Pakistan's defense minister comments were quite notable. There's a lot we don't yet know about the military action, but we're seeing remarks from both India and Pakistan that they don't want to escalate the situation. However, it has been escalating. They go on. This is Jeanette Rodriguez for Bloomberg saying, we don't have confirmation yet from India to Pakistan's statement about downing 5 Indian planes. The last time the two countries had a similar conflict was in 2019 when India had struck what it said were terrorist camps after an attack it blamed on Pakistan. At the time, Pakistan had taken 1 Indian Air Force pilot prisoner and released him soon after. So there's a lot going on right now. We've got videos here. Airspace is closed. Markets are shaken. India-Pakistan tensions surge. We've got this image, apparently, of some of these strikes. And we have Jim Sciutto. The reason I bring this up is he initially reported the 2 planes being down at 6 p.m. However, this is not an official community note that you're seeing. They're arguing, in fact, it's fake, but the challenge we have right now is propaganda. 5th generational warfare, so we don't know what's true and what's not.
Well, I certainly wouldn't be using Jim Sciutto as the trustworthy source. He was, of course, responsible for that Trump Tower Don Jr. story. So it's going to be definitely difficult, I think, to find out which journalists are actually reporting accurate information. But I would say Jim Sciutto is probably off of that list.
Do you guys have a sense of how reliable the information that's coming out of either side is? I know that they have had a lot of beef in the past, and I've heard that there was a lot of bad blood because one of them, maybe I don't know how many years ago, but in the past 10 years or so, one of them shot the other plane, one of their other country's planes down, and so the beef is still ongoing, but they're not reliable because India says it didn't happen, Pakistan says it did, and that's kind of the going thing. Do you guys have any sense of what kind of reliable information there is?
No, and I think there's claims of questionability on both sides. And if you're referring to the 2019 incident, so what happened was there was a similar situation where there was an alleged terror attack by Pakistan on India. India responded with a strike. Pakistan responded by shooting down a Pakistani fighter plane, taking the pilot hostage. And basically the conflict settled down after Pakistan agreed to return the pilot to India. So it's possible we see another quick resolution. There's been skirmishes between these two countries for a very long time, for decades. But the last war, I believe, was in 1998. So
8 or 99?
98 or 99, which was coincidentally the same year that Pakistan became a nuclear power.
Indeed, and they didn't use them. So hopefully this just becomes a flash in the pan. We do have some videos. Daily Mail has these videos posted. I don't know how much we actually can play because there's a lot of graphic images that are coming out. We can just see these appear to be airstrikes going off in Pakistan. And, oh boy. So we've got Israel and Yemen. We've got Russia, Ukraine. We've got potentially China and Taiwan.
Yeah.
You've got Iran and Israel as well. Iran and Israel and Gaza, Israel and Lebanon. Yikes, Israel's certainly the center of a lot of war in the Middle East. I guess the fear is, Phil, you were saying this, I think you were saying this before the show, that, was it you saying China might take this opportunity?
Well, there is border issues between China and India, if I understand correctly.
Well, and China is ostensibly aligned with Pakistan in the fight over Kashmir.
Yeah.
So that would be the concern, is if China decides to get involved.
So, I mean, I personally don't and this is just my gut feeling. It's not like I haven't some kind of deep knowledge of China, Pakistan, and India, but I don't think that China would do it. But again, I'm just a dude that talks on the internet, so what do I know? And the reason I think they wouldn't is because of the fact that the U.S. is ostensibly aligned with both of them, and so that would put tension with the U.S. and China. And considering the tariff war right now, or the trade war right now, I feel like China doesn't want to escalate tensions, even though that they're going to talk big. You can hear a lot of stuff coming out of China that's kind of information smuggled out, where China's having a rough go of the tariff war, and so I don't think that they want to escalate it in any kind of fashion.
Yeah, and the administration spoke to both India and Pakistan a couple of weeks ago, shortly after that terror attack took place. Secretary of State Marco Rubio called the Pakistani Prime Minister as well as the Indian External Affairs Minister, and basically was like, hey, I feel bad for you guys. This was a horrible attack, but please don't escalate this any further. Yeah. The readout from the call said he encouraged India to work with Pakistan to de-escalate tensions and maintain peace and security.
Rubio did put out a tweet just a few minutes ago saying, I am monitoring the situation between India and Pakistan closely. I echo POTUS's comments earlier today that this hopefully ends quickly and will continue to engage both India and Pakistan leadership towards a peaceful resolution. Yeah, here's hoping. This is I find this to be one of the more interesting elements of this modern warfare era. RVCJ Media.
What is that?
Which is India's largest digital publisher, they say, with 1 million followers on X. They said Operation Sindoor is successful with this image saying Pakistan's media continues to spread misinformation about the attack. To mislead their people in the world, India stands by facts, not fiction. We urge everyone to trust verified sources and not fall for propaganda. The truth is clear. India acted in self-defense and with precision. Oh, yeah. I just want to say probably the stupidest thing you could post on X.
Yeah, it's not super.
You're convincing no one. I don't understand the purpose of coming out and being like, here's an image with a link to it's got the Google Play icon on it and all their socials saying, don't believe the facts. I'm sorry, don't believe the lies.
It's definitely giving graphic design is my passion.
Right.
That's not Comic Sans, but it's real close.
It is.
But the don't fall for propaganda. Here's an image we made to tell you that we're correct. Oh, I'm going to believe that.
It does kind of give like Israel-Palestine vibes.
Which side are we supposed to be on? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm on the United States side, so they can.
I don't really care.
I mean, I don't want to see this drag out. I don't want to see them use nuclear weapons. Otherwise, I don't really care if they're fighting. Honestly,
they've been fighting forever since Kashmir was first declared independent in 1947.
Oh, that's very similar.
It was a British colony,
Israel
right?
was in 48.
Yeah.
My main thought about all of this is I'm glad that we're doing a lot of defense spending and planning to rebuild our military. That seems like a good idea. Make friends with Canada and Mexico, and let's.
The U.S. initially was on the side of Pakistan, in that India was closer to the Soviet Union. I mean, I did a quick Google search, so take this with a grain of salt. But now, obviously, especially with Donald Trump, the U.S.'s relations are much closer in ties with India. So
yeah, and Trump and Modi are pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, India and the U.S. should be friends. I mean, we have similar backstories in terms of British colonization.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
If that's the standard, there's a lot of people we should be friends with.
I was like floating that take to see what would happen. I don't even know if I think it.
I don't think you do. I really don't.
Libby S posting in real life, love it.
Right? Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Just testing the waters.
I mean, India, as far as I know, is not a sanitary country. But am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. In fact, I accidentally was watching a bit of a TED Talk today that was like scrolling on Twitter when I forgot to turn off the video I was looking at. And it was this Indian woman who was giving a talk about how the most open defecation in the world is actually in rural India, like more than half. Of the world's open defecation.
Look, that may be true, but the fact of the matter is,
another reason to ally though. San Francisco, India.
See, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, look,
you're
and
feeling me now, Amber.
We haven't been attacked by Indians in a long, long time. Like Pakistan's got some people that don't like Americans. They were hiding Bin Laden. I mean,
they definitely don't try to kill you if you're not Hindu. So there's that.
That's true.
What's that? There's an island nation where the people go into the water to do their business, and there's so much accumulating outside the island that it's poisoning the small aquifer and killing all the fish.
That's
Manhattan?
a terrible idea.
Where?
Manhattan?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know. That sounds more like California.
Fair enough.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.